The following podcast contains alcohol-enhanced conversations about alcohol, as well as the potential for the discussion about topics of dubious, disturbing, possibly offensive, but usually hilarious interest. The opinions stated herein are solely of the persons making them, and any endorsement of these opinions by any other party is not implied. Foul language is likely, but intolerant viewpoints are not. Listener intoxication is advised. Hello and welcome to episode 50 of the Neat Glass sponsored Whiskey Tangent podcast. I'm Scott.
I'm Ed.
And 2 years ago, for episode 20, we hosted a cocktail reunion party and Family Feud style battle of the sexes at my apartment, featuring everyone who'd previously been on a cocktail episode. But for our big 5-0, we're going bigger than that and hosting a cocktail reunion party of a different sort on location at our beloved Whiskey Haven, the local lounge in Mount Holly, New Jersey, to which we've invited all of our previous guest hosts who've earned, or spoiler alert, will earn, a 5-time hosting jacket. And as usual, on our cocktail episodes, we'll have 3 rounds of new whiskey-based concoctions, but this time, they'll be evaluated by a different set of guests in each round, after which we'll do some fun facts about their previous appearances on the podcast, talk about their favorite moments, and maybe do some other fun things, jello wrestling, naked twister, you know, it's a party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm playing to win.
Thank you.
So, as is his wont, Ed's here to start off all the merrymaking by telling us which 3 cocktails we'll be making merry with tonight.
Thank you, Scott. First of all, for this first round, we're going to be doing the Big Apple. And this will be featuring the ladies minus Dre. She's under the weather. I know it's so hard to get them together recently.
Mr. Dre.
So
we have with us Chelbi,
What up?
Nari,
Hello.
and joining us for all 3 segments tonight is our one and only, the master mixologist, the bar manager of the local lounge in Mount Holly, Anders.
Hi.
And the drinks, we're going to be doing the Big Apple, which has Michter's rye in it, Laird's Applejack brandy, and some Angostura bitters. Next round, we'll be doing the Penicillin with Jeff and Sue. That's going to be made with blue Comet Single Malt, some lemon juice, some honey syrup, some ginger syrup, and a rinse of McCarthy's Smoky Single Malt. And then there'll be the Paper Plane, which will be featuring Gabe and Shavonne for that section. Evan Williams Bottle and Bond Bourbon, the underrated surprise of last year's Whiskey Madness. Picard's
Peychaud.
Well, why you give me this to say? You know I don't speak French. Can Shelby say it?
I was
made in
just
America.
Gonna say,
Oh,
pass
yeah.
it to Shelby.
Shelby, say
Wow, guys.
Peychaud's.
Peychaud's Apertivo.
Averna Amaro, lemon juice, and simple syrup.
All right.
So that's the Paper Plane. And so right now, though, we're featuring the ladies, Nari and Shelby. And the next time she's on here, Dre will also be involved in the great redemption of her 5th appearance in an episode. And so we thought, why waste any time?
Right.
It's jacket time for the ladies.
Jacket time for the ladies. Woo!
Hey!
Now, there's a story. The jackets aren't exactly the same jackets that we've had because the jackets were delivered to us and they didn't get in my hands. So then I got an argument with the people who were supposed to deliver them. And then they said we delivered them. I said, no, you didn't because I didn't get them. And then they called me some names in broken English and I called them some names in some clear English and broken Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is all
and
true.
Then, so I can't order them anymore. So then I ordered these and we got these embroidered. And then 3 days ago, Shelby walked in with a package that was in the trunk of her car for 3 months going, here, this was delivered. I never gave it to you. And so it was a jacket. So first of all,
Sorry, people of China.
My
so
gosh.
these actually came out looking a little more feminine. I kind of like them a lot. So
This is so pretty.
Thank you so much.
watch the drinks. Watch the drinks. There you go.
Oh my god.
So put them on. So put them on.
Oh, it has
so
the
much.
ladies.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah.
the
Oh, Dre.
I
I miss you,
know.
boo.
Aw.
for people who can't see them, they're the same basic material as the jackets. They're a little thinner, which I think fits the ladies to make them a little bit unique, because Lord knows they are unique.
Yeah. They're less smoking jacket and more like, like a throw over. But it has buttons.
Yeah.
So wait, this was the one that was in Shelby's car?
No.
That's
the one we had to order and have embroidered.
Because we had these embroidered. The ones in Shelby's car didn't get
it would take 2 weeks to get them embroidered.
Sorry, guys.
That's hilarious.
So now when we order with them again, Scott has to order because I'm blackballed.
Sorry, good people of China.
Yeah.
I know. They refunded your money.
Yeah, they refunded angrily and bitterly and calling me a liar, and I'm calling them a liar.
Sorry, guys. My ADHD was showing that day.
That day, the last 3 months.
Wow. Or your whole life, bitch. Whatever.
Basically, like when you pick up a package, she should know herself and throw it on the front seat so she'll see it when she gets out of the car. Instead, she put it in the trunk, which is literally the black hole of Shelby's car. We know that.
I actually just remembered there's an Amazon package I have to return in 2 weeks because it's been in my trunk.
Yeah.
All right. Now
I'll get on it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we hate it, we can always just take the ones that are there that they got their money back for and embroider them ourselves.
Right. Well, the right thing to do is to
to
contact them and actually pay them for their jackets, but that's a whole other
Right. It's
situation.
the right thing to do, but will you do it?
Will we do
now
it?
They can find out.
Probably not.
On the air, I'm going to say we're going to do it. So,
right.
So if you look at the jacket, it says your name, 5-time host, Whiskey Tangent.
God. I thought you were going to say 5-time hose.
Yeah. Well,
Well.
why put a number on it, ladies?
Aghast.
Who's judging?
I love this. I love it so much.
How-
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And now you're part of the 5-timer crew.
Yeah, you guys were on episodes 10, 20, 33, and 44. And now today, 50. Drea was on all of those except 44. She was on 46. And of course, she's not here today, so she will get her jacket when she returns. That's it. That's
Oh
all
my
I
God,
had.
that's actually really wild, though, that it's
Yeah.
50 and then
Yeah.
it's our 5th time.
Yeah.
Like, how that works.
Yeah.
Wow.
You actually would be surprised how many times people come up that are regular weekly listeners to be like, when the ladies going to be back on?
Really?
I like the ladies. Who doesn't like the
We
ladies?
love you too, boo. We love you too.
All right, so we're going to taste our first cocktail. Anders made these. It's a pretty unique concoction here.
Yeah.
Round one.
So these are a Big Apple Manhattan. It's almost like if a Manhattan and a Diamondback had a baby. So it's a 2-on-2 blend. Laird's apple brandy, Michter's rye, and Angostura bitters.
Right.
It's going to be a little boozy, but there's going to be some sweetness. Brandy.
And what's the extra ingredient that you sort of put it in?
Oh, yeah.
right.
So it was aged for an allotted amount of time, 2 hours, in in an old-fashioned barrel. So I have a barrel-aged old-fashioned for happy hour. So I emptied that out and then just put it in there to give it a little bit of a...
Yeah.
Whew.
All right, so let's taste it, everybody. I think the girls cheated already, but
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really spicy.
It's a shock.
I wasn't expecting it.
I know. I guess because it said Big Apple, I thought it'd be like sweeter.
Like
it's not
apple?
that sweet.
There's like a cinnamon flavor to
Yeah.
this. Where does that come from?
That might be from the old-fashioned because there's
Face.
bitters in that. And then from the Ango.
You got the apple. You actually need the apple to kind of counter the
I
drink.
brushed the apple with a little bit of lemon juice just to kind of keep it from getting like kind of funky.
I
So
saw
there's
you
a little
doing that.
citrus there too.
The apples
Oh,
were
yeah.
good.
You really put
The
the
apple was vital, bitch.
Yeah, the apple definitely has a nice sweet tartness to the pepperiness of the drink.
Oh,
Like biting the apple between sips. Like normally a garnish is just what it is, but this one is actually functional, very functional.
it's like almost like a tequila, almost like it has that like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a light bodied. I guess it's a little vegetal just from the apple brandy, which is cool. Laird's is from New Jersey and it's one of the oldest distilleries in the country.
Yeah, I actually have a bit of history on that. It's from 2009 article in NewJerseyMonthly.com by Karen Tina Harrison. The story of Laird's is the story of New Jersey in a bottle, and one that begins way back in 1698, when Scotsman William Laird settled in Monmouth County and began producing a kind of liquor made from apples. Over the next 80 years,
You're a Scot, man.
I am. I'm a Scotsman. His descendants would continue the tradition until the Revolutionary War, when William's great-grandson, Robert Laird, would have to cease operations in order to serve in the colonial army under General George Washington. After the war in 1780, Robert incorporated Laird's distillery as the nation's first licensed liquor producer.
It's amazing.
Yeah, made and sold at the famed Colt's Neck Inn, which is still in operation today. Applejack, also known as Jersey Lightning, Ed's college nickname, was once the nation's most popular distilled beverage. Indeed, America's earliest cocktail may well have been the apple toddy, which was made with applejack, demerara sugar, and hot water. In the late 1830s, Joseph Tilton Laird moonlighted by training the extraordinary racehorse called Fashion, and made enough money doing so to move the distillery to a new 22-acre property in Scobeyville, New Jersey, just about an hour's drive from where we sit today. But of course, as is often the case, the Laird's family fortunes would reach their low point during Prohibition.
Bastards.
When New Jersey became the hotbed of Applejack bootlegging, which continued even after Prohibition, when counterfeiters would fill empty Laird bottles with substandard apple-flavored moonshine. In the 1970s, Laird's was forced to cease distilling in New Jersey when the demand for apple brandy waned, and the state's apple orchards began going out of business. Even so, today, ninth-generation Laird owner Lisa Laird Dunn still runs the business from Scobeyville property, where the apple brandy that is distilled elsewhere is delivered, blended, barreled, and bottled, thus maintaining the Spirits Made in New Jersey designation. And not only is Laird & Company the country's sole remaining producer of Applejack brandy, it's also the oldest family-owned distilling company in America.
That's amazing. What a great story you found there, Scott. It's honestly, it's really good. Is this the one that comes bottle and bond, Laird's? I guess
This is actually the bottle and bond.
Is it? Oh, good.
There we
Okay.
go.
There we go. The first time we had this, Scott, was down at Mike's Bunkers Marina.
Yeah, that was the first time we also realized that the bottle and bond could be something other than whiskey. Like, you can do bottle and bond, like anything.
Right.
So, ladies, on your first episode that you were on, episode 10, we did bad pickup lines that you rated as, what were the ratings again?
It was Uno. I'm listening. Sure, you can buy me a drink.
Right. Okay. So I have 10 more, and we would like you to rate them.
This is definitely the segment that I'm going to misstray at.
Here's the last one in this round. Nice legs. What time do they open?
That's a punch in the face.
Oh, a new rating. All right. So the first one I have is, was your mother a beaver? 'Cause damn.
That's actually really funny. I would laugh at that.
Shelby just walked away and Nicole got a free drink.
I think this is great because I've seen a lot of first dates.
And you probably hear a lot of lines in your career as a bartender.
I've seen a lot of tragedy.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you rating it?
I'm listening.
Okay.
Okay. Uno from you, Shelby?
Yeah, Shelby's like Uno out.
Yeah. Okay. Your chest reminds me of Mount Rushmore because my face should be on it.
Oh, God. That's disgusting. The fuck?
Oh my God.
It's an Uno, but I love it.
It's an Uno.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to get your face slapped, make it that worthwhile, guys.
Right.
Right.
Like, that's definitely one if you just want to get a slap and go home.
I'm just over here disappointed.
Oh,
Does it work if you're actually the president of the United States?
Right.
right.
Oh,
my
wow.
Maybe. Maybe it works.
does.
Okay, so the third one, if you were a Transformer, you'd be Optimus Fine.
Yo.
You can buy me a drink. That was so corny. I love it.
If anybody shot that down, I would buy that dude.
Right, that's kind of funny.
Yo, that was hilarious.
Nari?
This old fashioned.
It's lame.
It's lame. You
All
don't
right.
like it? Uno?
Uno.
Oh, okay.
All right. God, listen, nothing's 100%, so just keep
Right.
throwing it against the wall, see what sticks.
Keep trying. I'm going to give you 10, so you can try all 10.
I'm going to say the Rushmore one's going to be unanimous.
Yeah,
No,
That was my
but it's funny though.
Might get you slapped. Number 4. If I had a nickel for every time I saw someone as beautiful as you, I'd have 5 cents.
What?
I know, I'm so confused right
'Cause-
now. Like,
'cause-
Right? There's math
Because
involved.
there's
Like
only
this,
one.
it's like
Yes, because you're one of a kind, basically, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
If I had a
So you
nickel
only
for
have one
every
nickel.
time that I saw a woman as beautiful as you, I'd only have 5 cents.
it's just a no
Yeah.
because now I had to do math to figure out
Yeah.
if you liked me or not.
right. Thank you. I'm
I
actually what
actually-
Shelby on that
That's
one.
you can buy me a drink because now you're smart and you made me
But at
think.
first, no.
Oh, all
But
right.
at first, Nari probably like, no. Oh wait. Okay, yeah.
Right.
You can buy
What
me-
did you say? Say
Right.
it one more time. Oh.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
She was just about to pepper spray. I was like, oh no, wait. It's
She
actually.
puts the pepper spray
Oh
away.
no, wait. I get it now. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, buy me a drink.
Clever.
Oh shit, that's funny. So number 5, do you like pancakes? Well, how about I hop on that ass?
Oh my God.
It's so inappropriate.
I was
Like,
expecting
you
like
can't
a...
buy me a drink, but I'm definitely listening.
Yeah,
Okay, all
sorry.
right, all right.
What with that line, what they say next is pivotal. If you go creepy or out, it has to be like
Yes.
something really light and
True,
funny.
it's true.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6. Are you by chance an archaeologist? Because I have a large bone that needs to be examined.
Oh,
no.
wow! That's when the bouncer should just take you
And
out.
then that's when I know you don't have a large
And
bone.
the-
That's when your
Exactly.
large bone
Yeah.
gets examined at the
yeah,
hospital.
and the pepper sprays out again. And
Okay, so would it be better if they said small bone?
oh my
I have
God!
a small bone that needs examined.
Oh my God! That might be funnier. That's less intimidating and threatening.
Yeah, that changes it completely.
It does change it, right?
Right.
All right. So be careful with your wording, fellas.
Right.
Yes.
Number 7. Is your name Winter? Because you'll be coming soon.
Oh my God!
Get away from me.
That's-
Ew.
That's so creepy.
It's rude, is what that one is.
yeah, that's
That was-
rude.
that one's
It's not even as creative as a Rushmore one. It's
No.
Oh my God, the Rushmore one.
Right. Number 8. Are you a camera? Because every time I look at you, I smile.
just.
Oh, you can totally buy me a drink, you meatball.
That's cute. You can buy me a drink.
Yeah.
Right, it's very
I feel like
non-threatening.
whoever says that line deserves a pat on the head.
Yeah, but
Like,
you're
uh,
such a nice
Yeah.
little
what a
boy.
good...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, 2 more. You're so hot, even my zipper is falling for you.
That's not appropriate, but that's really fucking funny. Oh my God! But
Not
you have
mad
to.
at it though.
Yeah, but you got to make a face and be like, okay, move along. Like this, where you just put your hand in the pepper spray and just tap it and smile at them, like, okay,
Right, that's-
you had your moment.
Yeah, the
Let's
pepper
move it
spray
along.
is out, but you haven't sprayed it.
You just hold the pepper spray in your hand
Yeah,
and
yeah.
pat his face like,
Yeah.
go away now.
Yeah, go. You can go
Right.
now.
You can't buy me a drink, but can I buy you a restraining order? Because we're almost there.
Yeah.
All right, so this one, you're probably not going to like this one because I just read it.
Oh.
And probably why I saved it for last. So, last one. Are you a haunted house? Because I'm going to scream when I'm in you.
It's not even funny. It's just like, and that's really bad sex.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
my
Why are you
God.
screaming?
Right,
Shouldn't I be screaming?
Exactly.
That's a good
right.
point. That's a good
It's a
point.
selfish lover. They're identifying themselves.
Can I throw a bonus one in?
Sure.
All right. Hey, Ed, want to count shoulders? 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
I saw that one and I was like,
So-
that's cute.
So for those,
good
the
one.
visual is you count your shoulders and you count their near shoulder, then you wrap your arm around them to count their far
To count
shoulder,
their fourth, yeah.
and it's like, and then that's pretty much sexual assault in most states because everything there's no room for any fun anymore. So
All right. That's the end of round 1.
yeah,
Thank you, ladies. I hope you
you.
enjoy your jackets.
yeah, welcome.
I
We're
love
going to
that.
take a little break and have a group photo with everyone before everyone gets too drunk and the jackets are ripped and on the ground.
I
And
know.
Debaucherous.
Yeah. All right.
Round 2.
so we're back, everybody. We're in round 2 of the drinks. We've got Sue with us, the whiskey pixie, and Jeff, the knight who says meat.
I am hammered, so I will apologize ahead of time.
He's actually having a cocktail. I don't know that, Jeff, do you drink a lot of cocktails? Liking?
I will drink anything. I'm sorry.
Right. All right.
All right.
So,
yeah.
okay.
So, in that vein, to drink anything, the second round cocktail, the Penicillin, and Anders is going to tell us how he made it.
These are delicious. So McCarthy's, which is a peated single malt from the U.S. from Clear Creek Distilling in Oregon, kind of adjacent to like a Lefroy. So I sprayed that around the rib. And then we have Blue Comet Single Malt from here in Mount Holly over at Trainwreck. Both ginger and honey syrup. The honey uses honey from Bar Hill Distill. I'm like shouting all the distilleries out.
Okay.
Uses
Shameless
the
plug.
honey used in Bar Hill from Caledonia Spirits up in Vermont, and the ginger syrup is of my own design.
Nice.
So and fresh lemon juice.
All right.
I'm sniffing this, and I sniffed everything you described.
Yeah, it's all
the
in there.
ginger, the citrus, the everything, the lemon, the honey.
Yeah. Oh, it does smell delicious. He
drinking
made them
it.
and brought them over here, and we could all
Cheers.
smell. Oh, yeah. Cheers, everyone.
Click.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for being here. Episode 50, everybody.
Congratulations.
So awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good.
This is my new favorite.
Really?
She just had her favorite sitting right next to her. The Monte
Yes.
Carlo sitting next to her.
Right, and now that's her new favorite.
Fuck Monte Carlo.
Everything that
Penicillin all the way.
Anders has made for me tonight has become my new favorite.
Yeah, Anders has that effect on people.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how he enchanted us in the first place.
Right.
This is good. This is like a spicy lemon candy. You really can't
Oh
even
my
taste
God.
any alcohol.
This is
in
going
this.
to. First of all, the McCarthy's is so subtle. It's doing something to counter the sweet, but it's very subtle.
Yeah.
The Blue Comet, which is also not really sweet, a single malt, is there, but is so wrapped up in a veil of lemon.
What gives it? I mean, I love it, but what gives it the cough syrup sort of
The lemon
flavor?
or the honey?
So that's going to be the honey and ginger, and then
I guess the lemon too.
primarily that. Yeah, it's almost very hot toddy-ish.
That's why it's called a penicillin in a way. This
Yeah.
has got some of the things you have for common cold. If you are sick, go to the bottom of the episode. The ingredients will be there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
I
we
mean,
all have a sphere of ice in it
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Let's
Make
make
it
a
nice
note
and
of that.
very
yeah.
cool.
No.
Yeah.
You might call it a globe, but technically a sphere.
Right. So there's a story that goes along. There's a story that goes along with this, the penicillin story, which Anders may know.
Yeah.
In 2005, in the nascent days of the modern cocktail revolution, bartender Sam Ross, having freshly emigrated to the States from Melbourne, Australia, and just 22 years old, was toying around with a riff on the Gold Rush, a cocktail made with bourbon, honey, and lemon juice, when he split the sweetener base between honey syrup and fresh pressed ginger. It was good, but why stop there? Wanting a spirit less sweet and more mellow, a blended scotch was swapped in for the bourbon, and a quarter ounce of smoky scotch was floated on top, mainly just to toy with the aroma.
Just toying with you.
Yeah, it's toying with me. I totally lost my place.
Well, because Gabe's phone went off in the background.
I know.
Gabe,
Somehow I am still between you and Gabe. Like every
Gabe
time we
can't
record,
stand. He can't stand not being on air. He's such a diva.
you can't stand calling him out on air.
So it was extraordinarily complex and a little bizarre, but totally delicious, which we are tasting right now.
Yeah.
For the next year or so, the penicillin would remain a New York secret, its medicinal name, a nod to the ginger and honey flavors used to comfort the sick, which is what Jeff was just
Right,
saying.
so-
Jeff.
Whether in a cough drop or a warm mug of tea. And only occasionally would it be whipped out in a small group of bars when drinkers asked for an off-menu bartender's choice cocktail. But today, the penicillin has become the modern classic and yet somehow a reminder of the distant past. Now on menus across the globe, from lavish hotel lounges, esoteric cocktail bars, like ours right here, chain restaurants, and obscure whiskey podcasts, also like ours, it's endlessly riffable and easily turned into fizzy highballs, creamy dessert drinks, and even a frozen cocktail called the Penicillin.
Wow.
What is the
like
proof
frosé.
of this?
So the proofage.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to talk while I do the math and like
Yeah,
the
sure.
mental
So-
mouth?
I'm literally being able to take big gulps of this.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Which
You know,
which I call danger, Sue. Like, just because you can drink it straight down doesn't mean that there's not alcohol in it.
That's what we want
Right.
you to think.
How many
Right.
ounces of Blue Comet per glass? Is that what you're trying to figure out?
It's 2 ounces.
2 ounces.
Oh.
Yeah, I just have to divide by the ratio of everything else. In
Yeah,
it.
I feel like this is a conversation we're having 4 hours before I call Steve and ask, what time does she have to be at work tomorrow? What time does she have to be awake? Because right now she's out on the couch. Like, what the?
Yeah.
It's 51 proof.
51
That's
proof.
The proof is
okay.
51.
That's
not
why.
bad. Yeah, but
There you
remember,
go.
look at the size of the glass. That's 51 proof, but it's 3 times as much we normally give you.
It's a good time.
And if
Yeah.
if you had a little pour of the Blue Comet that is in this, it's really, really potent.
Yeah.
So the ginger and the lemon is really covering it up
Dude, I might have this sometime.
to the
when I
point
come
where
in
you
here.
can't taste it at all.
This is delicious.
It's
My-
awesome.
I have to remember
My
this.
friends that
Yeah.
don't like the burn, or this is your
Dude,
drink.
it's
So it's like
this
if
is
you
your
guys are sick at home with like
go-to,
a
this
sore
is
throat
smooth.
or a chest cold, right?
Oh.
It's aptly named.
Oh.
It is.
Yes.
I had a buddy of mine, Dave from here in the lounge, had his appendix removed over one weekend, and they came back
and he
like,
grew it back.
miraculously. And so he was like, I don't know what I want. So I made him a penicillin. And I was like, it's covered by your insurance.
Right, penicillin. All right, so Sue and Jeff have each been on the podcast 11 times.
11.
Yeah, Sue has
Jesus,
been on
Jesus.
7 episodes, 3 shorts, and one other one, which is the
Not so short.
not so short. Yeah, the Haley's Comet Scotch with also has Jeff. Jeff has been on 6 episodes and 4 shorts. So Sue has one more episode and Jeff has one more short, but they have the same amount of time that they've been
Oh,
on.
dear. Are you trying to pit us against each other?
No. It's
Like
not a competition.
It's, remember, Sue had to fill in for the ladies
Right.
at the last minute.
Yeah, that's why she got on.
Sadly,
the extra
having
episode.
nothing else to do on a Saturday night.
Crying on Saturday night.
No shame. No shame.
No.
Like, hey, it's 4:30. Can you be here at 6?
And
Yeah.
Sue is climbing onto the turnbuckle, and she smashes Jeff with the chair. Oh, and the referee.
Oh, no.
The referee's trying to break it up.
Go ahead, Anders.
Did you mention what
do it
bar
again.
that Sam Russ was working at back in 2005?
I did not.
He's working at Milk and Honey, which I know because I worked at a bar once, which only made like classic cocktails, and anything made after like 1970, we wouldn't make. So whenever anybody would order one, my boss would just appear out of the ether and be like, "We're not going to make you a fucking penicillin. If you want a penicillin, go to Milk and Honey up in New York City. They make the best one because they invented it."
Damn.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to make these outside of my home for a good 3 years.
So is this maybe the first time you've made it since then?
No.
No.
But I make a lot of them because they're delicious.
Yes.
And I wasn't allowed to. So
Yeah.
it's like,
All right. So fun facts. For Sue and Jeff's appearances. Sue and Jeff have appeared together 6 times, including this time. Jeff has never been on a cocktail episode until today.
It's about time.
Yeah.
welcome to the dark side.
Yeah. Neither Sue nor Jeff have ever participated in a quiz key until today.
Oh no!
No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any questions.
I was literally getting nervous.
No, but now I wish I did. Ed, ask them some questions, quick.
The first episode you guys were on together.
Ooh.
The Halloween episode.
Yes.
Oh.
High five.
Ooh.
That's true. The first one that we recorded with them was the first Halloween short.
That
That's
was
true.
awesome.
Jeff, what country's overrated?
Gotta be Iceland.
Iceland is correct. From Iceland, Havalar.
Oh, that sounds so exotic. What's in that, Scott?
Whale testicles are smoked with sheep's dung, then combined with pure Icelandic water, malted barley, and hops to produce the seasonal beer for the midwinter festival known as Thori.
What's wrong with these fucking people in Iceland? I have no desire to go there. It's like all
actually
the
wanna
food
go. I wanna
is
go.
like dried fish.
Yeah.
They do love fish. They love their pickled
well,
fish and
they live
shit.
on an island. It's a volcanic island. They have no
Well, that's
trees,
their problem.
which is why they have sheep's dung being used to smoke. So I only could find one review of it, and it was on beeradvocate.com. They give it a 1.6 out of 5. It says, smells like a very malty brown ale, a little bit of smoke, but flavor is excessively bland. Not something I would ever recommend.
Excessively bland.
Yeah.
Just like Iceland.
Disappointing country. I wouldn't recommend going.
Oh, really? You went and you didn't like it?
Actually, I did like it. I almost died.
Oh.
Let's hear
Well,
more
that
about
sounds interesting.
that.
Which agrees with my complaint about Iceland.
Overrated.
Being
Yeah.
overrated and desolate.
Did you fall in a fish barrel or something?
No, I slipped on a patch of ice at a very
It's
large waterfall called Golfos.
Shit.
Oh my god.
And did you almost go over the waterfall?
Yeah, there was like a tiny kind of rope guard. I just slipped and I had to have somebody drag me up, which is
Oh,
very
my God.
embarrassing at
Sons
19
of
years
bitches.
old.
Wow.
Yeah, so fuck Iceland. Great hot dogs, great cocktails.
Great hot dogs.
Great
Your
hot
money
dogs?
is weird
wait,
and
wait.
it has fish on it. Cheers.
Wait, go back to great hot dogs.
Was the hot dog marinated in pickled herring for 30 years?
No,
And
it was.
everyone else fucking loves it.
It's weirdly sexual, where it's like a thing, like the
Wow.
bun is
Oh,
like
I
a
love
thing
it.
of bread, almost like if you imagine somebody cutting off the end of a corn dog, and you just kind of stuff the hot dog inside.
And it's overstuffed.
It's
I am
overstuffed.
Wow. Yeah.
totally engorged. At this
I
point.
know. wow.
Look this shit up. There's a stand that everybody goes to in Reykjavik, Iceland. There's a
Okay.
picture of Bill Clinton that they have prominently up, and maybe Will Smith. It's so fucking it's a weird country, but they have great
Wow.
drinks.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
very cold there.
Yeah.
Well, Anders, you made an incredible drink, and you swear there's no alcohol in it
There is.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right.
Lots.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling it now
Oh, yeah.
as I'm drinking down to the last drop.
So we're going to get Sue some water.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. And a blood transfusion and a couple hours in my house tonight before we bring her back to her car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I want to be sick all the time so I can drink this drink.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be sick to get the penicillin too.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to get you back at your car at 10:55 before the first ticket. So,
Yeah, they'll put a chalk mark on your tire.
All right.
bastards.
That's the end of round 2. Thank you, Sue and Jeff, for joining us. Thank
And
you,
Anders, thank you for a delicious drink. And we're going to take a quick break.
That's it.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
it.
we're going to recharge. Unless you have another
Iceland hatred.
Right. All right.
So for the months that you guys have put into this, the money and the dedication,
Yes.
the Jacket Club has put together a gift for the two of you.
Oh my God.
Gabe is delivering it right now.
Get out of here.
Oh my God.
What? What is going on here?
Are these for both of us? Are these for both of us?
It's for the team.
Oh,
Everybody
right.
get the right one.
So
Oh my God.
if there's one thing that you like better than the other, you'll have to fight about it.
What you got?
I got the Barrel Bourbon Private Release. A46I blend, bottle 103.
Oh.
The Hughes Belle of Bedford Pure Rye.
9.5 years.
We're switching.
So that's that's actually the Starry Night barrel pick. It
There it is.
So it's a 95.5 rye blend, but it is unlike any other one of those that I've ever had. It's really unique.
Awesome. I can't wait to drink
And
it.
this
Thank
is
you
a-
guys so much.
And this is the
Thank
Benash
you.
Liquors barrel pick for barrel. Wow. 122.58
There you
proof.
go.
Would absolutely murder Sue.
yeah.
Yes.
Sue would be murdered.
Yeah, murder me.
What's the
No.
proof of that?
Oh, this is a 111.4.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're conflicted.
Look at the color on this. So look at the
We
color.
are so thankful for everything that you have done for all of us. It's not just a podcast. It brings us together as a family.
Yeah.
These months in COVID,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
extremely different.
you've really not saved our friendships, but you've enhanced them.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we'd be sitting home watching fucking Netflix.
No, I,
Right, drinking alone, which we are all doing. We still do. But
Yeah, we
Yeah.
still do. But honestly, that's exactly the way I think about it too. The only real social life that I have is the podcast and the people who come on. And
Right.
This is a family.
Yeah.
I love all of you, and so old friends and new friends, and it's just been a great experience. So
It
thank
is.
you.
It's-
So sweet.
Thank you
We
so
love
much.
you, Scott
you don't
and Ed.
hear that. Everybody's shouting.
you
"We
long
love
time."
you." Yeah, it's all about the whiskey and everything about it. But so
Right, it's
much
about the people.
it stuns me when I think
Yeah.
about it was just an idea of, hey, we act really stupid when we drink. We should record it. And now we have, all these people we love so much sitting around with jackets,
Their crimson jackets
the
on.
Whiskey
Yes.
Society.
Speaking of these jackets,
Yeah.
I feel like we're at the roast.
Yeah.
Oh, a Hollywood roast.
Right, the Friars Club. The Friars
the
Club.
Friars Club
Friars
roast.
I got you.
Who's next on to the podcast? Like Maury Amsterdam telling about how he fucked Lucy.
Wow.
Just to get just to get onto the Dick Van Dyke show.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's a tidbit. Wow,
Well,
old
that's a
Hollywood.
Surprise.
There we go.
He may still be alive. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure either.
Maury, your memory is here.
Well, Lucy's dead, so.
Well, I'm not sure.
It's like the story of Ryan
Sorry.
Gosling of Don Knotts trying to
Wait.
fuck his little sister.
yes, yes.
I'm not sure if Maury Amsterdam's still alive, but I'm sure that Maury Amsterdam does not listen to our podcast. I can first guarantee you
That's
that.
also true. Okay, so that's the end of round two. We're going to take a break for round three
Yeah.
with Gabe and Shavonne.
Round three. Okay, everybody, we are back with third segment. It's only seemed like a second to you, but it's been like an hour of us drinking and eating. We had a cake and everything. It's been so special. So Gabe and Shavonne are joining us on this last section of the cocktail episode 50, for Paper Plane. That's the drink. I've never heard of this. It's a strange name. Anders, why?
So it's a modern classic in the vein of Penicillin. The name, I actually don't know where it comes from.
I think Scott does, though.
I do. In 2008,
Is it a song?
maybe. Hold on, you might be right.
See ya.
In 2008, Toby Maloney, part owner of the Chicago bar The Violet Hour, asked New York bartender Sam Ross, yes, the same Sam Ross who created the penicillin, to help create an original cocktail for his new bar. Ross came up with a drink that he called the Paper Plane after a song by female rapper M.I.A.
M.I.A., yeah.
Shavonne was right. It originally contained equal portions of bourbon, Amaro, Nonino.
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 Oh.
Campari, and lemon juice. But 2 days later, Ross had second thoughts, subbing in the sweeter Aperol for the more bitter Campari. And thus was born the bright orange pink drink that has gone on to conquer the world while inspiring riffs of its own, a t-shirt, and even the name of a bar. Dubbed the Bourbon Cosmo by Canadian bartender Robin Goodfellow, the paper plane took flight. Because of its straightforward balance, relying on equal parts of just 4 ingredients and requiring no special syrups or infusions. In other words, it's a cocktail that can be whipped up at any spot with a decent back bar or at home. The drink doesn't even require a garnish, although Anders, of course, did.
Of course.
And it'll be our last drink of the evening. Anders, how did you create it?
So it's interesting. One, about the garnish. I have seen a garnish which is actually a paper plane set on the rim of the glass with like tiny, tiny clothespins.
Oh,
It's very adorable.
oh, that is adorable.
I also do not have the time and don't make enough paper planes.
Right.
They are really good.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Okay.
I did add a speck of just a little quarter ounce of simple syrup.
Okay.
Because again, Maro Nino tends to be a little bit sweeter. I also didn't have any available.
Yeah.
See the
Hard to
Whiskey
get.
Mentary
Yes.
part 2.
Parts
about,
1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
So I used Averna Amaro.
Okay.
Along with lemon juice. In lieu of the Aperol, I used an American alternative, which is Peychaud's Apertivo, which is made by the Sazerac Company,
Yeah.
who, fine purveyors of
Of
99 bananas.
And vampires.
And and vampires and Fireball.
yes.
Not known for anything else, really. So I used the Evan Williams Bottle and Bond.
Bottle and Bond is the main,
Yes, as the
base.
whiskey. Yep.
Yes.
And then that
Very nice
little kiss of simple syrup as well, just to
All
balance it
right.
out.
Well,
Just a
let's-
little kiss.
Yeah, a little count.
Right off the bat, I'm getting on the nose a very high concentration of like a bottled tea.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly. I'm
Like-
getting Lipton. Nothing but
yes.
Lipton.
Like
It's almost
Snapple.
Like a sweet tea.
Like a Snapple.
It's tea, a little
overly
sweet.
sugared.
This is nice. This isn't as
Yeah.
sweet as the second cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bitter, but not too bitter. I think it's appropriately bitter.
It's a little more of a citrus, of a dark orange, rind peel.
The sweetness and the bitterness and the sourness is all
Yeah.
really
Yep.
nicely balanced.
I mean, I've talked about, particularly on the Cocktail Combat episode, like it's all a balancing act, really.
It really
and
is.
So
Yeah.
it's
Very nice.
really difficult to balance a cocktail that has both citrus notes and then bitter notes from like an Amaro or a bitters.
Yeah.
It's tricky because you have to counteract that somehow. And the Aperol is a little bit sweeter than you'd get from like a Campari. And then I just needed a little something else. So that's why I added the simple syrup. And then the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond has like that sweet chocolatey undernote, even though it's higher proof. So it builds up to the ice.
And like the second one, you really can't taste the bourbon on this. Like the other ingredients really do integrate with it.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
really
nice blend.
Yeah, I have an
complimentary.
idea. I think you should call this the top shelf Long Island iced tea because that's
Yes.
exactly
Yeah,
what it
actually,
gives me.
That's what I was missing.
It-
Oh.
because of the combination of the flavors.
Yeah.
And
Siobhan,
that's
can I ask
together.
what year this is putting you in the mindset of?
What year does this remind you of?
For me personally, it probably would be 1999 because I think that's when I turned 21.
Oh,
and
okay.
because that would be like the first thing that I ordered every
Right.
time I went somewhere. I mean, in Long Island iced tea.
Because I don't know what else
You
to drink,
know,
and it
yeah,
has everything
right.
in it.
I think the first thing I ever ordered in a bar was an Alabama Slammer.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
I'd always heard it, and the bartenders were like, "Oh, like really?" This had to be so annoying to make.
I was probably like, just give me the beer.
Are we talking about like first drinks at bars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
first drink that you ever ordered at a bar.
So I was like ordering old fashions
Oh,
at the
okay.
wrong bars.
Yeah.
When I turned 21 yesterday, Mad Men was still on the air, like at
Yeah.
the height of it, and I was like, I gotta be Don Draper type. So I
Oh,
tried
okay.
having an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like my first drink
Interesting.
I ordered was one, but it was at TGI Fridays.
Right.
It was not good.
Oh.
Well, the true
mistake.
story is the first time I drank at a bar with a bunch of people from work, I was only 14 and we were drinking pitchers.
Good parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parent. Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Pictures of what? Probably really Budweiser.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, Bud, probably Bud or.
Smoking Marlboro Reds.
Eat Icelandic hot dogs.
Oh, it's funny. I was working breakfast as a busboy, my first job at this restaurant, and the owner is like Greek. He's like, "You look old. You can work nights." Even though I'm not allowed to. So I work with the night shift. I'm working, and we're like, all right, we're going out afterwards. So I like got on my moped and drove over to the bar.
Got on my moped.
And it's like, yeah. And
Was this in Italy somewhere?
Yeah, so yeah, right.
Yeah, the Vespas were in the shop.
So
Right.
we're sitting at a table, and I'm like,
Vespa.
and they brought the pictures out and wings. I'm like, look at me, look at me. I was just when you wish my friends were like,
Look
where's
at
all
me,
the-
huh?
Look at
I'm
me,
over
huh?
here. I'm over
Look
here
at
now
me.
eating wings and drinking bitches.
Look at me, I'm
With alcohol,
14
you
drinking
know?
bitches and
Look
shit.
at me.
I didn't drink alcohol very young, but I had an experience with it very young. As I was telling Gabe earlier, I sold it when I was around 12.
Sold alcohol?
Alcohol.
Wow.
I'm trying to imagine trying to get a barrel pick in 2022 from like a
Shavonne.
12-year-old
Shavonne's like, what do you got?
12-year-old child.
Like, do you have any more of that Starry Night Bella Bedford pick?
I was selling them out of my grandparents' alcohol cabinet because they weren't drinking alcohol anymore.
I love it.
Did you get
So-
caught?
It's a liquidation sale.
Yeah, I got caught because
I can't wait to hear the story.
So, I'm doing good, right? I'm selling them $5 a pop.
A bottle? Are you doing
evolved
bottles or
past
glasses?
the lemonade
Miniatures.
stand. That's incredible.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? You're pouring drinks?
What are you
No,
pouring
the
them in?
miniatures.
The airplane
They had
bottles.
little.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
So we had a whole bunch.
$5
$5 a pop back then?
$5.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What are you, Buffalo Trace?
What are you, Morrow Brothers?
I know, seriously. Oh, shade.
Oh, shade.
It had to be like 1992, 93.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when they were 50 cents a piece back then, probably.
exactly.
10 times markup. I love it.
I love it.
Javon, the teenage entrepreneur.
I was focused. I gotten to the point where I had sold enough because it was going to get noticeable that they were missing.
I see.
So I sold my very last one.
Okay.
And that dumb fuck, what he did was he drank them on school property and he dropped them outside the window.
What the F? They don't have trash cans at school?
He rats me out.
Yeah.
And we get in school suspension for about a week.
ISS.
So
Wow.
serious. And they called my mom. Oh my God, I got in so much trouble.
That was a fairly lenient punishment, though. Only a week's suspension in school.
It was Corpus Christi, so was a
It
Catholic
could have been a
school.
lot worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Willingboro?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
I know Gabe has some stories because Gabe would have parties at his house. It's the reason I met him.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, high school, you have house parties and
Orgies.
Bring your gimp.
I was never invited to the
Leather.
house school orgies.
No.
well, see, I always
didn't
wanted to
live.
be the popular kid. So one year, I think it was a junior in high school, I made the mistake of knowing that my parents were going to be away for that weekend coming, announcing on Monday that the party is on my house Saturday night.
Oh my
Now
God.
that's 5 days worth of time in school time
yeah.
to let the
Yeah.
word spread that, hey man, this guy Pick's having a party
Right, it's like-
on Saturday night, man. You coming?
It's
Sure.
Like, it's like 3 years in actual time.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a party in Gabe's mouth. Everybody's coming.
And it gets it gets more and more inflated as each day goes by.
Right, yeah,
It's gonna
so
have prostitutes,
by the time,
hookers,
like-
coke.
And
Like-
they told
like-
two friends, and they told two friends,
Right.
and
So
on.
like
Yeah.
mid Thursday in school, I'm hearing like, yo man, this dude's having this
I'm
party.
telling you, right?
I'm hearing third hand that I'm having my own party.
Yo.
They're asking me if I'm coming. It's like, no, I live there.
yeah. But wait, what's the address? It's my house.
By Friday,
Gabe's house
Journey's
was
coming.
CBGB.
Wow.
So, Saturday rolls around and we got like 3/4 of the junior class and about half the senior class in my parents' house.
Oh wow.
And, luckily I was on fairly good terms with status-wise of popularity. I was never a cool kid, but I was cool with all the
you had
cliques and the
parties.
groups.
You were likable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there was other people whose house got destroyed because their status wasn't quite like that.
I see. I
Okay.
got
That's
you.
a whole other story. But anyway, everything went well. But, of course, the cops showed up around 1 o'clock because we're pretty much disturbing 4 square blocks of
What-
residential neighborhoods.
What town was this? Pennsauken?
Pennsauken.
Pennsauken police.
And-
if you could pull a file out from 1984, 1987.
Now, to top the story off, there was also a neighbor literally catty-cornered across the street from me who was having a party the same night. So the entire 4-block area was inundated with teenage kids, probably till 2 a.m.
Jesus.
And Pennsauken had this common area. It was like a raised grass mound. And with cinder blocks, they had spelled out the word Pennsauken.
All right.
Pennnsauken. Now, somebody, either in the party I was at or the party across the street, decided in their drunken haze to go over and,
Did they do something to the second N?
yes,
They
suddenly,
removed blocks from the second N?
suddenly our town was known as Penicillin. And the cops had already known that when they came across my house and they said, okay, you're going to gather up all the beer. Everyone's leaving. You're going to put it outside and this is over. And if there's any problems, you can come downtown and explain to
That's
me. Or your
hilarious.
parents would love
And
this.
somebody's rearranging the blocks for us.
I'm
Right.
kind of impressed
Right.
because, I'm just thinking, the
Hilarious.
logistics of how many cinder blocks does it take to spell Pennsauken? And I'm like,
I know.
that's like a concerted effort from
Yeah.
a drunk 17-year-old.
Right,
It
right.
really
Yeah.
is.
All right, so I have some fun stats for the appearances of not only Gabe and Shavonne, who are drinking the cocktails in this round, but also Anders. Because Anders, of course, is is a jacket recipient as well.
Yes.
So we're going to do this by number of appearances. So Shavonne has 23.
Wow.
Wowzers.
Wowzers, 23.
She actually has the most appearances on numbered episodes, if you can believe that. She has 11 appearances.
Wow.
She's been
11 episodes. That's like over 20% of the episodes.
She's been on 13, 22, 28, 32, 35, 39, 42, 43, 47, 48, and 50.
Wait, she's on 2 in a row? 42 and 43?
Twice.
What, this is KYW announcing snow days?
Yeah, yes. 401, 401. God, they skipped 400. That's my goddamn school. Random belligerents. School snow day closing code edition. Anyway, she was on 12 shorts. I won't go through all 12. Anders has been on the podcast 26 times.
Wow.
Total 9 episodes, 15, 20, 26, 30, 36, 39, 40, 49, and today on 50.
Damn.
He's been on 9 shorts and, of course, 8 others, which are all the Whiskey Madness
Right.
Yeah.
episodes. Gabe.
Most of them are a blur.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
And we're getting into that season.
Yeah, Gabe has been on a record 29 total. Ooh. He's been on 10 episodes, number 5, 11, 17, 20, 22, 28, 30, 40, 48, and 50. 16 shorts, which is the record for shorts, and 3 others, the 3 appearances that you made last year on the Whiskey Madness.
Congrats, Gabe.
So some fun facts. Out of the 7 Quiskies that we've had, Gabe has participated in 5 and won 3 of them.
Right, Ed?
Yep.
Anders and Gabe have been on the same number of cocktail episodes, 5 each. Shavonne and Gabe have appeared together 8 times, which is the record for the number of times a duo has appeared. Anders and Gabe have appeared together. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not the record. Anders and Gabe have appeared together 9 times.
You
Really?
two cunts.
Wow.
The most of any pairing. Shavonne and Anders are the only guest hosts to appear on back-to-back numbered episodes, and they both done it twice.
Yay, we finally did
We
that.
win.
Yeah.
And that's all the stats that I have for you guys. I mean, thank you so much, all of you. Gabe, for being an early person to come on our podcast. You didn't even have a microphone in that first cocktail episode.
I always heard that Gabe came early. That's what I've heard. Thanks, Gabe.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad you can enjoy my podcast. I hope you enjoyed the bottles that we supplied as a little thank you present for this.
Absolutely.
Like, thank you.
And as it was stated in the second sitting of the podcast tonight, was this group has been brought together, and this little hobby has made everyone a little bit closer, and it's been a whole lot of fun for the last 3 years, and I thank you for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
and
you're welcome.
I just wanted
Thank
to
you.
say, when did we meet, Scott? Was it August of 2018?
Yeah, when I moved into the apartment, and I was really nervous because they were having a wine gathering downstairs in the club room,
Yeah.
and I was nervous because I'm not really a social person, but I was like, if I go first, people will be coming to me, and I won't feel like I'm entering a party where everybody
Right.
has already met.
That's a good life tip, actually.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually really good. So if you're a person who's a social introvert, but you really want to you stretch yourself,
Yeah.
go first, because people have to engage with you
Yeah.
because you're
Right.
already there. So I
Yeah.
did that. I met a bunch of people, including Shavonne.
Yeah.
I think we told that a bit of the
I think-
story
yeah, I
at
think we
episode
did, yeah.
13. Also, how Ed
Right.
had met you.
Yeah.
and then we just had you on just because we thought it'd be fun.
Right.
And
Well, at first, she was uncredited as our operator.
oh, she was because the one we did with Gabe
Right.
at a
Episode
rum
5.
finished one.
Right.
So we had
Yeah,
her come
right.
do that.
Yeah.
Right. Then we had her come do a short.
Right.
And then we was like, well, let's just put her on an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can talk.
She can talk. She's funny.
You have
personable.
Well, it's funny.
You've been
Is,
credited as having a very soulful voice. And
yeah, people like
not
you.
not just here, but people I've talked to.
They find your voice to be very, very reassuring and
Sultry.
calming.
There's
Sultry voice.
Siobhan fan fiction. I think.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? I can't wait to read some of that on the web. It's
send you
so
some.
creepy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then Anders, of course, like Anders was a person that we also met in 2018.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah. like end of the year, I guess.
Yeah, and then we joined the lounge, of
Yeah.
course.
Right after you recorded your first episode.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
that's right.
Pretty much. We
Yeah.
paid our dues the same time.
And then we had the idea because we were already doing cocktails on the 5s, and when so Gabe was on the 5. The ladies were on 10, and it was like, well, why don't we actually get somebody who really knows how to make cocktails and have him on?
Gabe.
He didn't have a microphone,
right,
though.
but-
There was a shot.
No, but I mean, Gabe did help out on episode 5
He did.
with the cocktails.
He made the cocktails
I mean,
for us.
he gave us.
I can make a decent drink when I have time.
No, you were. I mean, we teased you.
We
but-
were about speed, not about quality.
I've had 3 of yours, and they were pretty good.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
I mean, that's why we had the combat, and we all kind of held our own there, and I think Anders was proud of us that episode. I think he was.
actually.
I think, we all brought something decent to the table.
Everybody went around.
We did.
we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm so glad that I found you guys. I mean, like during the pandemic, if I didn't have like a little additional group,
Yeah.
you know, like I still have my friends that I texted. I have a very only like 2 really close friends.
Forget them.
And,
We're both.
so-
No, but it gets stir
But the
crazy,
thing
man.
is,
It gets
you
stir
know,
crazy.
Do they have a podcast? No.
no, they don't have a podcast, but you know,
Well, then fuck those bitches.
oh
Wow, damn.
gosh,
Sorry, Siobhan's friends.
Language.
We're just kidding.
I'll just make sure I don't send them this episode.
That was Jeff. That wasn't me.
Oh. But yeah, during the pandemic, I was really happy that, you know, we were still able to get together.
Yeah,
we were still
right.
able to continue to do the podcast. We
Yeah.
still,
Kill brain cells.
No,
we
honestly.
kill a lot of brain
Yeah.
cells. Alcohol is bad, but you know what? It's good at the same time because how else are we going to cope, guys?
Yeah,
how
man.
else?
How else are we
I mean,
Yeah.
I think drinking with a purpose is just so much better than just drinking.
Drinking with purpose.
Because
Yes.
drinking is good.
Yeah.
Right.
Drinking with a purpose is outstanding.
and
you know?
classy.
What about
Right.
drinking with a porpoise?
Well, that's different.
That's
Right, you
it
could
gets
drown,
wet
though.
and messy.
It's not classy. It's Australian.
You could drown.
But
Right.
you know,
then
I
you,
think a
you,
porpoise.
you get seawater in your glass.
Good luck
and-
getting a
Yeah.
Or in
Australian
your
lick.
ass.
Oh wow.
The porpoises are fucking randy bitches.
Right.
Wow.
Flipper never
with
likes
the
your
koalas,
selection
actually.
of choice.
Yeah, dolphins in general.
Oh yeah, dolphins.
I just read the thing that dolphins have sex like 4 or 5 times a day.
Is that not normal?
I've seen kangaroos jerk off. Where do we put that at?
Wow. Welcome to the Animal Sex Podcast. The literal crickets.
Right. Yeah. You won't even need crickets for that one.
Even the crickets are afraid of getting fucked.
Crickets are like, holy shit, I don't want to be cornholed by a porpoise.
Oh god, I'm at work right now.
All right. On that note,
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I want to thank Gabe, Shavonne, and Andres especially for all the episodes you've been on. And, of course, Sue, the Whiskey Pixie, the knight who says neat himself, Jeff, the ladies, Nari and Chelbi and Dre. We miss you today. You're in our thoughts. So, for the Whiskey Tangent Podcast, I'm Ed.
I'm Scott.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Shavonne.
I'm Anders.
I'm Sue.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Nari.
And I'm Shelby.
All right.
If you enjoyed this podcast episode, be sure to check out our next episode, which is way better than this one.
Oh, yeah.
Also, follow and like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Whiskey Tangent. And follow us on Twitter at Whiskey Tangent. You can follow me personally at That Whiskey Guy. And follow Scott at Giant Cup of Awesome, spelled AWSUM, just to be annoying.
Hey.
You can email us any questions, comments, or love at whiskeytangent@gmail.com. And of course, you can find us always at our podcast website, whiskeytangent.podbean.com.